Good morning. Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing today? I'm good and ready to relax. We'll give everybody about 2 minutes here to join all in, and then we'll get going. Make sure you have your journals. And also put your phones on silent. I do that. All right, cool. I see lots more people have joined now. Thank you and welcome. And let's get going. So we're going to start our session the way we start every session, with our connecting to our why meditation. In trading on social media, everybody talks about their $100,000 months, their Lambos, their fancy meals and fancy vacations. But that's not why you were called to trading. You were called to trading because God put a gift in your heart, and you are meant to share that gift with the world. Sharing that gift with the world doesn't mean working 40 hours a week. No. Having that gift means that you master yourself in order to reap abundance from the markets, in order to have the time and freedom to actualize your highest potential. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take a couple minutes and we're going to relax. Put your feet flat on the floor and just relax your body. As we relax our body, what we want to do is find our mind. We're going to find it and see it in our imagination. We'll know we've found our mind when we see a nice blue glow, or you might just see your pink squishy brain in your skull. But that visualization and how clear it is lets you know that you are connected. So as we find our mind, we want to locate or drop down a little white string and use that string and anchor it to our hearts. As we anchor it to our hearts, in our imagination, we'll either see a nice green glow for our heart energy, or you might see your red heart beating in your chest. Whatever you see, as long as you're visualizing it in your mind, then you know you've connected. So find your heart now. So the trading session is over. You just took a 1-hour loss within your plan. Great job. Now, what are you going to do with the rest of your day? Take a moment now and live out that day in your mind with as much detail as possible. As we imagine the details, we'll start to feel stuff. Those feelings are most important. So take some time now and live out that perfect day. So now that we've lived out that perfect day, we're going to go back to the feeling and the visual that gave us the strongest emotion. Go back to that visualization now and live it out again for another 25 seconds. Feel the feelings as strong as possible. You just enjoy. I'm going to count here for us. Halfway there. Keep going. Amazing. Now wiggle your nose, wiggle your fingers, and come back into reality. But do it slowly and do it softly as we transition now to our next part of the session. During this transition, I'd like to say thank you so much for connecting to your trading why and connecting to your heart. So now we're going to pull out our journals. Yeah! Have your journal, have a pen. The way we do this part of the session is very simple. One of our rules is we have a physical journal that we use only for journaling. So pre-mark it, post-mark it in the same journal. It doesn't matter. The only rule is that you have a physical journal and that you use that journal for writing out your feelings and intentions only. So what having a physical journal does is that it allows us to keep all of our information and all of our data really easily accessible and organized. And it also allows us to work with the energy of our feelings through our hands and our senses. Journaling on a computer is cool, but when we work with our emotions, having that physical outlet really helps us. So we'll start with the date. So the way we do our journaling here is very special. We work with our subconscious mind in order to implant intentions for our trading session. The way that we do that is we come up with 3 to 4 intentions just off the top of our head, and we write them down in the past tense. Writing them down in the past tense allows our mind and our body to believe these things have already happened. So that when we come up to a tough moment in the market, we've already journaled out that higher self, so it's easier for us to align with that version of ourselves. The last thing we add is our little secret spice of gratitude. What gratitude does is it allows us to call in abundance. The more we're grateful for what we already have and for who we already are, the easier our journey becomes. So take a moment now and write out those 3 to 4 intentions. Don't think too hard on them. In our relaxed state, God speaks to us and He gives us these ideas. So just roll with them. I'll give you an example of one of my intentions. So I am so grateful that I waited patiently for my A+ setup today. Super simple, written in the past tense, a little piece of gratitude. There you go. All right, so let's write them all out now, and then I'll show you mine in just a couple minutes. Woo! Okay, I'm done mine. But I'll give you all about another 30 seconds here, and then we'll go over mine. Everyone done? Yeah! Okay, cool. So let's take a look at mine. January 29th, pre-market journal. There we go. So I am so grateful for the market experience I've acquired that allowed me to craft my profitable trading plan and rules. Yes, I am. Thank you. I am so grateful that I waited patiently for my A plus setup today. Yes, I am. I am so grateful that I had the courage to execute my A plus setup and honor my take profit, my stop loss, and my sizing. Woo! That's a great one. And at the end, I like to write, thank you, Samaya. Today I wrote, thank you and love you, Samaya. Because we honestly don't thank ourselves enough. And the more that we can offer ourselves gratitude, as I said earlier, the easier the journey becomes. So in that vein of gratitude now, we are going to move into our prayer. So the way that this works is we get 2 minutes. The first minute you're going to take in silence, and you're going to offer yourself gratitude and appreciation for your trading journey and for how far you've come. The next minute, I will lead us all in a prayer, but take this minute now and just really give yourself thanks. I'm going to count for us here. Amazing. Thank you for taking that minute to thank yourself. Now it's my turn. So I'd like to start off by saying thank you to me and thank you to you for having the courage to set off on this journey of trading. God put a gift in our heart, and it takes a lot of courage to bring that gift from the inside and show it and share it to the world. Our society doesn't focus on our gifts. What it focuses on is money, lack of time, entertainment, all of the great values that our ancestors had are thrown away in our society. But not for you. Those values live in your heart, and you know what people say, that's just the way that it is, isn't true. That's just the way that they are. But you're different. You have a light inside of you that you're meant to shine to the world. So as we dig in deep and focus on our self-mastery, we have the freedom to offer that gift. Thanks. Perfect. All right, cool. So we are 10 minutes away from market open now. And we're just going to take a couple minutes in silence. So relax your body again if it's been more unrelaxed. And just focus on your breath. As we sit in silence and as we quiet our mind, we heal. As we focus on the big decisions we have to make today during market open, we know this time in silence is incredibly important. Because if we can silence our mind now, then we can silence our mind when it really matters. So maybe you have some thoughts popping up. Just let them. Let them say their piece and go on by. We don't have to attach to them. We are smarter than that. We know that our thoughts are not who we are. So keep the silence, keep it going. You're doing a great job. And if you're having trouble finding the silence, that's okay. Tomorrow you'll do a better job, as long as today you accept who you are. Amazing. So keep the relaxation going. We're going to float on in to our breathing exercise. I'll give us the instructions, but just stay in this state. Focus on your breath. So the way that this works is we're going to breathe in through our nose for 7 seconds. As we're breathing in, we're going to imagine all the beautiful, resilient energy from Mother Nature supercharging our being. You should feel it here. And as we supercharge our being with those feelings from Mother Nature, we're going to feel a staleness or a negativity in our stomach. It's going to come into a little ball. So as that ball forms, on the out breath, we're going to give it all back to Mother Nature. Ready? Let's go. In for 7. Hold for 2. And all back to Mother Nature for 8. In for 7. Hold for 2. And all back to Mother Nature for 8. In for 7. Hold for 2. And out for 8. Okay, last one. Let's make it count. In for 7. Hold for 2. And out for 8. Amazing. Give yourself a little pat on the back for taking this time to enjoy some mindfulness while connecting to your why in trading. Now go off, go trade. You have everything you need. You have all the knowledge, you have all the skills, and now you've prepared your mind and body for success today at Market Open. May success feel amazing, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I love you very much.